What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Marriage DC. Y'all, I just came back from the movies and I said, you know what? Ashley, just go ahead and sit here, watch this show, get it out the way because I am tired. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm tired. As soon as I get through uploading this, girl, I am going to bed and it is early for me, okay? But Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 8, What Lies Beneath. Truth be told, this episode really wasn't much, but something was going on with Quick. So the episode starts off with the whole situation with Quick. Now, see, ever since Season 1, Ashley been trying to tell Quick, you need to slow it down, okay? New edition. That's what you need to do. You need to slow it down. You need to take some time off. You need to just focus on your health, okay? In Season 1, he was having an issue with gout in his hands, you know. Mind you, he's a DJ. He needs his hands. Still these days, even if it is, you know, electric, more technology field or whatever, you still need your hands to do stuff. So you would think you would be more cautious with that. No, girl, he won't. Ashley still been saying this whole season as well, you need to slow down, you need to slow down. And now it seems like things are catching up to him. And mostly it also could be older age or whatever because, girl, once you get a certain age, a lot of stuff just start coming at you and you like, girl, what? That's what's been happening to me. Nip that in the bud, we moving on from it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it as soon as it starts. But basically, when we see them, Ashley is coming home to get some clothes or whatever for Quick because he is at the ER. This is her second time this week in the week that they were filming that he was at the ER. Basically, he was laying in the bed and, you know, he couldn't breathe. He was having these terrible hiccups that was going on for a while, you know, and at one point it was affecting his voice. He couldn't eat, he couldn't digest food and all that stuff. So, you know, Ashley is telling the kids and Angela about what's going on. They basically diagnose him or think he has something called esophageal Achilaisius. Girl, I can't say it right. It basically is also esophageal cardiospasm. It's a rare disorder making it difficult for food and liquid to pass into the stomach. It results from damage to nerves in the food tube, which is the esophagus, preventing the esophagus from squeezing food into the stomach, and it may be caused by an abnormal immune system response. That's scary. Now, for a person that has, you know, gestational, what is it, gestational? Girl, I got stomach issues as well. You know what I was trying to say. Well, it ain't really late. I'm just tagged. You know, I understood what was going on in a sense because it's almost sound like acid reflux, but more serious, probably a little bit more serious, because sometimes with acid reflux, you're doing hiccups and stuff like that. You know, you can't really digest the food the way that you want to digest the food, or you feel the acid burning and building up, and it's just so uncomfortable. So, you know, he had to stay in the and it dude, he was saying he was having chest pains and stuff like that because of it. You know, on the preview for next week's episode, when he was talking to the kids and everything and telling them what was going on, he was saying he was hiccuping so much, that's what was causing his pain, his chest to hurt. Now, I told y'all when I was going through my whole situation with the acid reflux and the bowel reflux, and it was literally like 2 days, I was just regurgitating bile and stuff. That's it, you know. And just from doing that and the force of doing that, it made all of this hurt for at least 2 days afterwards. I was in hell, girl. I was in hell. So I get it quick. I get it quick. This is probably the only thing I'm agree with you on and just, you know, sympathize with you on, brother. Because, listen, having this messed up, oh, it's such an irritating feeling. It is so uncomfortable. I hope they find whatever's going on and they able to fix it. And I hope it ain't as serious as something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to put it out there, but I just hope it ain't as serious as it's sounding or whatever. Meanwhile, you got Jamie and Arena up in a sex store. Okay, this is the first time they ever been in a sex store, at least together. It is Arena's friend's store. You know, her and her husband. And they basically just showing him around and all this stuff and trying to, she said, I got to get to know me so I can know what he wants and so that he can do whatever I need to be done to myself and all that stuff, whatever. Fast forward to that. She gets to talking about what happened in the wig event. I'm sitting here like, so how many days ago has this been that you just now bringing up this whole situation? Y'all just didn't talk about it when you woke up the next day. Basically, Jamie don't feel like he really did anything wrong, and Arena is telling him, I understand that you want to do this TikTok stuff, the social media stuff, or whatever, but you literally waited until I got to my event, something that was about me, something that was for me, to try to make it about you because you was on that sauce, And, he was like, if the wig stuff failed, that means I failed. And that means we fell or something like that. And she was like, what is it? Like you're jealous of me or something? You just sound a little bit jealous. He said, I ain't never jealous. I was with you when you was nobody. So I was just like, what? You was with her when she was nobody? Arena caught on to that and said, baby, I ain't never been nobody, okay? Never not been nobody. What you talking about? I always been somebody. I said, you better say that, girl. Because, sometimes when it comes to Jamie, he says things without thinking, I feel, or he says things that come to his mind without thinking it through and be like, those intrusive thoughts, like this is what I really feel, but instead of censoring and filtering out, not necessarily censoring, but filtering out things that he should say the correct way so that he won't offend, he just go ahead and blurt it out, you know what I'm saying? And if you catch it and catch heat from it, that's just what it is. And I feel like it's because, the way that he was brought up, not really showing emotion, the way that he was in the, police force or whatever, and that training. And so basically he just says what he wants to say. He don't take in consideration what a lot of people have to say. And so when people try to correct him or call him out on stuff, he takes somewhat of an offense to it. And, it's all about his tone. It's all about the way he speaks and come at. I didn't like it, and see, I hate the fact that they actually got this part on the show, even though it's part of their reality. But all last season, people was trying to say and, make him out to be like a controller or whatever and possibly doing something else with Arena. And then, you see these casual outbursts that he has when he's under the influence of alcohol. And, when he's confronted about it the next day or when he's sober, he's basically not saying, I apologize. He's just like, it is what it is. We talked about it. Get over it. And it's just like, you should see that something is going on. We're not trying to call you an alcoholic. And I won't go that far because, listen, every time we see him get drunk or whatever, he's out at an event. And I mean, truth be told, who of us don't go out to no event and get a couple of drinks? We don't sit there sober all the time, you know what I'm saying? That's be most times some of us just actually go drink. Because if we ain't going to drink up in the house, we sure not going to drink at an event because that's how I am. I don't drink often, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm finna go out, finna have a good time, yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of drinks, you know what I'm saying? So he's a sociable. That's what it seemed like. I don't know if it's like an everyday thing or whatever, because then if it's an everyday thing and he's always drinking to the capacity to get drunk every day, then yeah, that's a case of an alcoholic. But at this point, I'm not gonna, say that he's an alcoholic because the only time that we see him drinking is when they in events, And yeah, he didn't lose his cool or whatever. A drunk mind speaks a sober heart sometimes. And, it was just the wrong place, wrong time. And it did come off a little bit, Jamie, that you was just a little bit perturbed, that all the attention was being focused on your wife and not you, even though it was at her event. Freak them TikToks, okay? TikToks, excuse me. Oh, my throat about to itch. There it is. Ooh, water, H2O is good for the soul. Anyway, so you got that going on. And you want to know what bothered me? Sometimes Irena and Jamie irritates me, but I can deal with them. Quick and Ashley, they irritate me, just irritate me. Now, y'all tell me y'all opinion on this whole situation because Jamie and Irena had like a little dinner date with Quick and Ashley. He's out the hospital. He's feeling a little bit better. He's telling them what was going on. And then they start to talk about the wig party or whatever. And of course, bring up the fact that, Jamie was doing the absolute most in the way that he was speaking to the women and speaking to Arena. And of course, Quick did not like it. Quick didn't like it, and Quick once again took it upon himself to call him out. Now, in this case, I say, well, in this one particular instant moment, him telling him like, you gotta chill a little bit because his wife was involved. So, I'll give him that. But they have a way of just keep on bringing it up and keep on talking about it and keep on just, but you did this, but you got to understand, but this, as if they were going to get Jamie to be like, okay, I see your point. I have a problem. I'm going to get some help for it. And it's like, what are you trying to accomplish in this moment? Like, we see that you're hammering it home, but you brought it up. You let him know he was doing he was out of line, and this is not the first time that it happened. And move on from it. And I understand that when you're friends, you're supposed to call your friends out or whatever, and that's what they're doing. But it's just the way that they go about it. I'm like, at one particular moment, I was just sitting here like, okay, I'm pretty sure he got the point, but I don't know what you expect from him in this moment when he wasn't expecting y'all to talk about this and to keep on talking about it and to keep on talking about it within this conversation. Okay, I stepped over the line. And so I understood exactly why he said, I talked to my wife about it. I apologized to her. I made up for it, and we good. She good. So what's the issue? Truth be told, he was getting annoyed because they kept on just badgering home the point that, you need to stop doing all this stuff when you drunk, But at the same time, Jamie, you did need to you owed them women an apology because you was out of line in front of them. You know what I'm saying? But I get the irritation and I get where Ashley and Quick were coming from, but just sometimes they come off as a little bit annoying, as if they just trying to make somebody come to their side of things. And y'all not a therapist. I don't know. It's just weird with Quick and Ashley. I just don't understand. How did they go from being the couple that they were in season 1 to being this couple that they're trying to be in season 2, where it's like, since Chris and Monique is not there, we're going to be and step up and be the main couple, the power couple, the head couple in charge. That's what they're giving, and it's irritating and it's very performative. But Ashley had a little, she was going little Christmas tree shopping with her friend Alicia, and they sitting there talking about some things that was going on. Now, see, this is what I don't like. Excuse me. This is what I don't like. I don't like the fact that it's snowing outside. Why? Why? And I came in right when it started to snow. Okay? So... what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't like the fact that y'all supposed to be friends, right? But yet, y'all go talk about or allow your friend of a friend to just talk mess about your friend. I don't like when they do that on these shows because I would never do that. And I know some people, kiki about their friends to their other friends behind their backs, and y'all don't really mean nothing about it. But when y'all do it on reality TV, it just comes off very like fake. When y'all having this conversation about Joy saying that Ashley and Alicia and them or whatever, they coming off fake and all that stuff and phony. Truth be told, Ashley and Alicia, y'all coming off fake and phony about the fact that y'all talking about Arena's, wig situation and her, get together and all of that. And my whole thing is this: who cares if she put the posters up or the pictures up with packing tape? This is her first time doing something like this. This is a learning process. And so instead of, talking mess behind her back about it, why don't you go over there and you talk to her? Ashley, you wasn't there, and even if she did say she didn't need some help, maybe she wanted to do it on her own to see if she could do it on her own without help. And now she know that maybe next time when I do something else, I will get more help, because probably then it'll be in a bigger space. And then they was trying to clown the space and say, you really want that big and all that stuff. I was just like, girl, all right. But then we get into Sherelle. and the Sherelle and Joy of it all, with Ashley hearing from Alicia that Joy's friend basically, because they was trying to get some information or whatever about this Christmas party that Ashley is throwing, because that's why they was going there getting the decorations and the tree and all that stuff. And basically, Carmen, who was at the little sit down dinner, whatever, with Clifton and Joy last week, basically was trying to get the information for Joy because Joy didn't want to get the information for whatever reason, and then start talking to her. And see, I was with Ashley in there when they was like, so all of a sudden this girl is your friend who was up there with, this is what I said last week. I couldn't be friends with somebody who was going after the same person that I was trying to be with, and you done kissed on and all this stuff, and now y'all best friends, business partners and all this stuff. No, it just wouldn't sit right with me. It would just make me feel like everything is fake at this moment. And since you calling her fake, your situation with Clifton look fake at this point, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. Meanwhile, you up there telling people that you didn't want to go to Joy. Joy didn't want to go to Ashley's Christmas party because Sherelle is going to be there. Joy has an issue with the fact that Ashley is cool with Sherelle, given the fact that Sherelle had befriended Winter on this season of the show. My whole thing is, again, we are grown people. You cannot tell a grown person who has been friends with another person way longer than you have ever been thought of to come into the conversation or into the picture that they should act this way or act that way. Like Ashley said, I can be cool with whoever I want to be cool with, and I don't care who it is that they're cool with. If I get along with them or not, that's neither here nor there. That person's still my friend because that person ain't done nothing to me, okay? They're not bringing no drama, and truth be told, Sherelle ain't brought no drama with Winter. You know, I mean, she tried to get them. The only drama that she brought was trying to get them to sit there and talk it out. And eventually they did. And now they're like cordial, okay? You know, they can come into the room and it's no biggie. It's no beef or whatever. And the fact that Joy can't even do that with Sherelle to the point where, you know, Sherelle is not invited to the Christmas party, but Joy is, because I guess Ashley is trying to get to know her or whatever, because she don't know Clifton and Joy like that. And she thought that they were cool. She thought that they was on the path of becoming friends. No, stop doing that. Because at the end of the day, Ashley, this is where you got me messed up. You literally put to the side a 20+ year friendship, because that's what you said. You said in the previous episodes that you known Sherelle for 20 years or so. And you mean to tell me you put a fresh associate of a show, because Joy ain't your friend. Joy is an acquaintance. Joy is a co-worker, and I'm pretty sure she's not gonna be your friend after this, you know, just so that she can come to the Christmas party. So you disinvited, or you didn't even send the invite to Sherelle, your friend of 20+ years, over so that this girl that you don't even know like that to come. It wouldn't have been me. It wouldn't have been me. Sherelle would have been at the party. Joy, if you don't want to come, you ain't got to come. If you want to be that petty, if you want to be that, you know, insecure or in your feelings or whatever, to the point that you cannot come into a room just because Sherelle is there and Black is there. And mainly, what she keep on saying is about Sherelle. You're not even bringing up the fact that Black 9 out of 10 is going to be there because that's her husband and it's an event for the friends, right? You keep on bringing up the fact that you don't want to be around Sherelle. Sherelle ain't done nothing to you. And I feel like, and I'm just going to wrap this up for a second, because they had a little get together, Soul Cycle event or whatever that Joy put together. Ashley said, I still showed up even though, you know, she don't want to show up in my event or whatever. And I said, you know, petty first petty. But you do all that, and then you, Arena, and Joy, or I should say Ashley, have a little sit down in a conversation. Not Ashley, but Arena called you out a little bit for not coming to her wig launch or whatever. And she said, you know what? She was on the toilet. They went to Mexico, Clifton, and they got the runs afterwards. And I truly do believe that, because that's one of my fears of going out of the country and eating other countries' food, you know what I'm saying, their authentic food. I already got stomach issues as it is, so digestive problems and stuff. So it's like I be scared about, oh, what if I go to this country and I eat this, and what if it don't sit well with my stomach? What's gonna happen? I be thinking, I overthink or whatever. So, and then she go to Mexico and they come back and they just was on the vying for the toilet. Okay, I race you to the toilet. You know what I'm saying? I hope they had a couple of bathrooms up in their house. And so that's why she wasn't at Joyce, not Joyce, but Arena's party, okay, wig launch. Understandable. So she was like, yeah, what I do to make it up to you and all this stuff or whatever. And so then they get into the whole situation about the fact that, Joy didn't want to come to her party, to Ashley's situation. And it's because Sherelle is there. Carmen told Alicia this. And then all of a sudden you're talking about some we're phony and all this stuff. And you don't like the fact that, Sherelle is still friends with Winter and all this and woo, woo, woo. And at the end of the day, I don't even care what Joy has to say, because Joy... You mean to tell me, at your big age, like you said in the preview for next week, you ain't ever had somebody stab you in the back in all of your 40 plus years? So I guess you're 40 plus, all right? You look good for your age if you are, because I literally thought you was in your 30s, I thought you was in your mid-30s, to be quite honest. But you mean to tell me, you talking about somebody backstabbing you? You mean to tell me at your big age you can't just walk into a room and an event and just be there and not have to be looking for trouble? Because I feel like when you up here talking about I don't want to be here if this person is going to be there. Mind you, Sherelle ain't talking about you, girl. Sherelle is not talking about not wanting to be in a room with you, not starting nothing with you, not making anybody uncomfortable. She just made up with Arena. And now at this point, you the one that's making it such a big deal. Just like she was making it a big deal about her husband being called shady or whatever, you making it a big deal about being in the same room with her. And like Ashley said, this gonna be at my 4-story house with a big old backyard. Y'all ain't even have to see each other. I wish I would be so pressed over somebody that I would not show up to an event that somebody that I'm trying to get to know, or that somebody just invited me to because somebody else that I don't get along with is there and I'm too immature to act right. So what are you expecting, Joy? It's like you're expecting something to pop off. You mean to tell me that you just can't go to her event and just kick it, sit on the couch, mingle, whatever? You ain't even got to say nothing to Sherelle. I'm pretty sure at this point, Sherelle ain't thinking about you, at least for right now. Like, it don't make sense. None of this is making sense to me. Like, the issues that they're doing, I just don't get it. And then Alicia had asked Ashley, is they married? Because Joy was talking about how her loyalties is to the Tylers and all this stuff, and putting in their pictures the hashtags, the Tylers and the Pettys. I guess Clifton's last name is Petty. And so they was like, I wouldn't put nobody, I didn't put Quick's last name until I had his last name. So are y'all married? And then Ashley being petty gonna say, yes, they are. So that is a to be continued situation, because, she said, in the vein of being petty, I told Alicia that you was married. And it went off and said to be continued. Girl, I was just sitting here like, y'all are petty as ever. And it ain't even the good petty. It's not even fun petty. Like, I'm just not, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I wish I would just literally be in a mode where somebody got me so pressed over them that I can't even be at the same event or in the same room with them. Like, are you expecting something to happen? Are we not grown? You mean to tell me you can't just go into the room and mind your business as they mind their business? Why do you anticipate? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Meanwhile, Winter girl, I almost forgot you. That's how forgettable it was. And I'm so sorry to say that. But truth be told, they should have incorporated, this is what your storyline should have really been. If you was going to be on, you want to know what it is? It's awkward because Winter came on on the show in season 1 as a friend of, okay, going through a divorce. And she was kind of a turnoff in the beginning. And then she came in and saved the show. And it's like they were hinging upon that, you know, I guess that leftover ooh factor that she brought at the end of the season for first season to come in and shake things up a little bit slightly again for second season. And truthfully, it's not really happening because a lot of her scenes, the minimal scenes that we've seen with her, they seem so out of place because again, she's the only one that's not really getting along with, well, not doing shots fully with the girls of the group. And then now they're trying to incorporate and give her a storyline. We see her talking to her daughter who's, you know, 21 years old, been dating this dude named Kevin for the past 2 years. They're talking about marriage. They're talking about baby names and stuff. We're getting into her little storyline about her family and about her and then being on this date or whatever. It would be cute if this was consistent, like if they would have been doing this all along since season 1. And I mean, we did get a little bit of taste of her family when she was talking about the kid's father and his divorce or whatever from Kevin, but then that was it. And then y'all wait till episode 8 to want to throw some more of her, a season 2 to throw this in there about her daughter. And I'm just like, oh, that was just, it just felt random. And then this blind date, well, not blind date, this first date that she's having with old boy that Sherelle and Black, you know, did the hookup for on their podcast. It was cute, but I wanted to see them on a date by themselves, okay? Because Sherelle, you was getting on my nerves and you was doing way too much. Yeah, I understand that you know, it was your idea, y'all, to put them together or whatever, and you trying to see if it'll work and all that stuff, but you was doing way too much. You too darn invested. Can the girl have her moment with him without you giving her 24, 48 questions at the table, all up in their business? They still trying to figure each other out. You are too much. You was doing way too much. I said, are you dating both of them or what? Who is dating who in this situation? Even your husband was telling you to just let stuff flow naturally. Like, calm down. You don't need to know everything. I do. No, you don't. Because you look weird. You look really weird and thirsty at that moment. And it really wasn't a good look. And Winter, you better than me. Because I guess that's your homegirl on the show. So you ain't want to have to cuss her out or whatever. Because, baby, I would have said, calm the down, okay? Because I'm trying to get to know him. Thank you for hooking us up or whatever, but at this point, I got it from here, okay? Your man right there, let me handle mine, okay? Because she was just doing a lot. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt. And again, if the review feels a little, that's how I feel right about now because, baby, it is a struggle. I have to go to bed. And then I gotta go to work tomorrow too. So, oh, y'all, I'm old. I don't be going out like this on a work night. You know, mind you, it's still Saturday, but it's still a work night because I gotta go to work on Sunday. And I've been up all day, like since 7 o'clock in the morning, no naps, no nothing. And so, girl, I'm tired, and I went to sleep late. I went to sleep late because I had fell asleep earlier in the day. Girl, I be messing myself up. So, I'm about to hop into bed after I edit this. Y'all put y'all comments down in the comments. And, I will see y'all tomorrow, which is Sunday. I know the Oscars is coming on. Don't care. I just hope Angela Bassett win. That's it. And anybody else who Black. Moving on from that, second episode of SWV and Escape Show is coming on, and that should be and will be on time, the review, okay? But I hope y'all have a good night. Be safe, because it is snowing outside. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.